Hello and welcome to your weekly in-depth horoscope for week commencing the 3rd of February for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you're new to my channel, I'd be honoured if you'd subscribe. This week begins with Mercury gliding into the sign of Pisces, the 12th sign of the Zodiac, and one which is very much to do with introspection. Mercury, of course, is to do with communication, but in this particular sector, it is, in essence, in detriment. So it's not its best transit, and this can lead to some sluggish communication, not unlike a retrograde, which ironically is going to start to happen later this month. So we need to work at our communications. But actually, Mercury does forge a beautiful link with Uranus this week. So if there is a hunch that we get, which comes from Pisces, and it is about our resources, it's possible, especially if it's something new or different or fresh, that it could work out splendidly well. Now, Neptune and Jupiter are the two rulers of the sign of Pisces, and they're collaborating beautifully this week. So if we can find ways to connect with people in a more sensory way, use a degree of intuition, I do feel it's possible that this can be good even in business scenarios too. Now, Venus also starts this week in the sign of Pisces, so there's a lot of energy in this sign. But by the end of the week, by Friday, Venus moves into the sign of Aries, where technically it's in full, so another not necessarily best location. But actually, Venus in Aries, I think, can be really quite sparkling and effervescent. It gives us the push to take the initiative around our relationships, especially if we're single, and also it embraces the energy of the wounded healer Chiron almost immediately. So if there is a relationship which is suffering a little bit, I do feel this and the full moon, which occurs on Sunday, is an ideal opportunity to try to get things working more sweetly. Now, whether this is in a romantic scenario or friendship or with a colleague, it doesn't really matter. You can use this full moon to your advantage. The key here is the Leo full moon is very much about balancing what we need to do for ourselves as individuals and also what's good for the collective, which comes from the energy of Aquarius. And that energy is also jarred right through this week by the quarter moon, which occurred right at the end of last week and provides a backdrop for the whole of this one. So I think we could find ourselves in a situation where our values, whether it's around our outlook to life or more about physical, financial approaches, may be an area where we experience some kind of pinch point with another person. But the full moon can tease all of this out into the open, and with Venus moving into this area, that's really saying to us, look, try to find solutions by taking the initiative. Your specific forecast, Aries, suggests that you may go through a period of kind of quiet reflection this week. Yes, the sun is still mega sociable for you in the sign of Aquarius, and the full moon, which occurs on Sunday, is emphasised in your 5th and 11th solar houses, which is very much to do with connecting to others, interacting lively. But because Mercury moves on Monday into the most sheltered part of your situation, joining up initially with Venus and also with Neptune, it's possible that you may want to keep your cards, your astral cards, relatively close to your chest. But Mercury does actually forge a great link with Uranus. So just by perusing an idea, just reflecting quietly on your own, you may be able to see a chink of light in a situation which has proved a little bit limiting. And it may be by thinking afresh that you can unlock the way forwards and do so with great gusto. Also, on Friday, Venus moves into your sign. This is an ideal opportunity to give yourself a glamorous makeover. Don't be surprised over the next 28 days if more than one person shows a much greater interest in you. Now, if you're entwined in a relationship already, that could be flattering. But if you're looking to meet somebody new, It could be a really lovely period that you're moving into. It's just that the signals for this may not be particularly obvious over the next few weeks, especially with Mercury set to go into a retrograde mid-month. So just be aware of how people are behaving around you. They may not articulate exactly how they feel. It's been a real pleasure being with you. If you'd like to elevate your knowledge above your zodiac sign and embrace serious astrology, please see the link beneath this video. You can order your 12-month forecast and character analysis based on your time, date and place of birth and get 30% off. Or you can choose to have a one-to-one consultation with me. But for now, good luck and goodbye.